take me home and give me wings to fly? We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run away and leave this world behind. Please just take me home to a castle in the sky. Castle in the sky. Castle in the sky. Won't you take me I can wait another minute. I can wait another second to be with you for an eternity. I feel like I am in a daydream. Every moment that I spend with you, with you. Won't you take me home and give me wings to fly? We can be.
Hey, what's happening, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new episode, the first episode from Taiwan. And currently I am in Taipei, the capital of Taiwan. It's a little bit overcast outside, but decided to do a little walk of the city, explore, get familiarized, because I'll be here for around a week. And I started off at this memorial, which is one of the main attractions in the city. It's quite gigantic, actually. It may not seem like it in the video, but you can kind of tell the scale by looking at the people walking besides it. So yeah, just made it here last night. I'll be here for a week, like I said. New Year's is gonna catch me here in Taipei. Most likely I'll return, because from what I heard in the previous years, they had quite a nice firework show at the Taipei 101, which is the tallest building in Taiwan, and at one point the tallest building in the world. But without any further delay, guys, let's get this first episode from Taipei underway. The park around the memorial is actually quite extensive, and it has multiple Chinese style buildings all throughout. It seems to be very popular spot, no doubt. And clearly at night this will look quite nice as well. So most likely one of the nice spots for some twilight shots when I return to Taipei. My schedule for this week in Taiwan, pretty much just today in Taipei. Then I'm gonna head south of Taiwan, explore there a little bit for a couple of days, and then return for New Year's in Taipei. Do some more videos, more photography, kind of take you guys along the way, and do quite a bit of street photography. A few things about Taiwan in general. The official name of the country is actually the Republic of China, which is a little bit controversial. It is not recognized by more than half of the United Nations countries, so it's not a UN country. That's mostly because China and quite a few other countries that China deals with refuses to acknowledge its existence. It does have a controversial past. You can read more online. I'm not here to give you a history lesson. I'm here to show you guys the beauty of our world, the beauty of our diverse world, and what you can see, what you can explore, what you can enjoy, and so on. Here's a beautiful view panel of the whole square, guys. Memorial Park, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it has these two nice Chinese pavilions on the right side and on the left side, and then the memorial right there in the middle. It looks quite nice. Actually, if you look at the ground, it looks like it's a little bit snowy, right? But it's just just the way the pavement is. Actually, it looks quite nice, especially right now with the overcast skies. It kind of gives it a little bit of that Winterfell. There are also quite a few birds around this memorial, and a lot of people, looks like they come here with some huge telephoto lenses to take photos of the birds. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of pigeons like in any other major cities, but there's a whole bunch of other like little hummingbirds or something of that nature. So far, walking the streets of Taipei, the city does remind me quite a bit of Seoul. I'm not sure if it's because of the, you know, pagodas, the little temple lookalikes in the middle of the roundabout, you know, some of the modern and also traditional architecture that we have. But yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind, just walking down the streets. Like, man, this place, you know, reminds me quite a bit of Seoul. The metro stations here are all blocked, so when the metro does come, you know, that's when the doors open. Besides that, everything's secluded. But yeah, this is how the metro looks like here in Taipei. One thing that I do find quite useful are these overpass, you know, hallways. I guess you can put them that way alongside the streets. You know, it's always good cover for the wind. It's always good cover for the rain. And, you know, they have a whole bunch of food stalls all throughout. So, you know, if you do decide to stop a little bit, get a little bit warmer, you know, seclude yourself from the rain, you can also catch a little snack. And as much as I enjoy walking and exploring the city of Taipei, it's a little bit time for some food, and I went with some pork, mushrooms, rice, and I got a pickled egg or braised egg or whatever it may be. But yeah, time to you know, feed the organism and give it some extra energy, because we're gonna do a little bit of a hike to the Elephant Mountain here in a little bit for some twilight shots. So yeah, definitely need to pack up with some protein, with some carbs for the hike. Not sure exactly how long it is, but we're gonna find out. Another popular and very commercial district here in Taipei is Ximenting, I believe it's called, and they have, you know, quite a few stores and quite a few photo opportunities, you know, street photography pretty much everywhere. It's been quite a delight to just go along the streets and see exactly what you can find in terms of photography, in terms of food, you know, lights. You know, it's a little bit of organized chaos, if I can call it that way. It's a little bit windy though. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. But yeah, it's quite the difference, you know, going from 30, 31 in Vietnam, you know, by the seaside yesterday, you know, enjoying, relaxing and taking in the sun, going to 14, 15 Celsius right now. People wearing jackets and hats and everything. But yeah, just check out the atmosphere here. It's quite you know, it's entertaining, if probably the perfect word for it. Okay, so here's the deal. I've seen quite a few of these machines all throughout the city. You know, they have the little, you know, claw, and you have to, you know, put some money in and try to grab it. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried these. When I was a little kid, you know, there was one in my neighborhood and I tried it a few times, and, you know, it won't work. I have not seen anyone winning anything ever. You know, maybe just this guy opening it with a key and then picking one up with his hand. But yeah, overall, it's you know, it's a scam. So my advice is never try these guys. Never, ever. And back on the road, guys, and again, you know, everywhere you look, there's spots to photograph. I mean, check out this building right here, right? It has the Chinese decorations and everything, just close by to a regular building, right? And then you got a really commercial New Balance building right there, whole bunch of billboards. I mean, it's a mix and match of a whole bunch of things. Really cool. I mean, you can spend literally a couple of minutes at every corner kind of analyzing and making a composition, because yes, you do have damn many things to photograph. So it looks like when it comes to statue and architecture wise, Taipei is keeping up with the trends. They put some statues here of some people taking some selfies and so on right in the middle of the square. So yeah, quite interesting, no doubt. So I've seen quite a few of these, and I definitely have to point them out, guys. There's so many shops that sell costumes. I'm not talking about, you know, traditional costumes. I'm talking about superhero stuff. I'm talking about, you know, Batman and, you know, Wonder Woman, or, you know, who knows, Elsa from Frozen. You know, you can see some here, and Mickey Mouse. It's quite popular. Yeah, so you can be a bear, you can be a pirate, you can be a card, a playing card, but yeah, cheerleader. Yeah, it's hilarious to me. I have not seen this many outfits. You know, it's not Halloween or anything like that, right? So it's just people, I guess, dressing up. I don't know if they have parties, dress up parties or what, but it's quite hilarious, no doubt. So guys, as with many Asian countries like Japan and South Korea, the metro, people line up. This is just outrageous, you know, outrageously, you know, for someone that's used to just chaotic and just push, go in. Yeah, everything's so well organized and people respect the lines. So just got off from the metro station in front of Taipei 101, which was, guys, at one point tallest building in the world. You know, Taiwan does have quite a bit of earthquakes here and there, and you know, it's always interesting to see how much technology goes into building skyscrapers like this, you know, that can surpass a little bit of a shake, you know, an earthquake shake. So yeah, right now heading towards Elephant Mountain, which is I'm assuming right there, because that's the only hill, larger elevation site that I see, in order to get a great view, panorama point of the whole city. But yeah, let's head that way and see how it looks. I've heard there are quite a few people typically, so I'm going a little bit early. Sunset right now is at 5:15 or so, but yeah, man, this is just outstanding. You know, check it out. Gotta find a better viewpoint as well when I come back and get you know, the skyscraper between some of these buildings, you know, make it a frame within a frame, if I can put it that way. But yeah, let me zoom a little bit right now actually, so we can get some of the details of the architecture. Nice. All the way at the top. So this is where the hiking trail begins, officially through the forest of the hill. So not sure exactly how long it is, but we're gonna find out. Can't be that bad. The hill does not appear to be extravagant. So after approximately 10 minutes or so, you'll find the first panorama point. They have an observation deck, and you can see, you know, part of the city. There's still quite a bit of forest, trees all throughout, but you know, a first glimpse of what's gonna happen in the top. And I think I found the spot that I'm gonna wait for some twilight shots. You know, you can see most of the city. You get a little bit of the mountain here as well, and definitely some decent close-ups if I want to. Interesting views all throughout the little hill. You can get some nice composition shots right here. And if you did not have enough exercise hiking all the way here to the top of the little hill, mountain, whatever you want to call it, you can do some additional strength exercise, not just cardio. But yeah, I would not expect a spot like this to have the bars and everything, but you know, it's definitely an interesting, and I support these type of ideas all throughout the beaches, the mountains, everywhere. I mean, every single neighborhood, in my opinion, all throughout the world should have these type of exercise bars, whatever you want to call it, for strength exercises. So yeah, guys, the skyline does look quite nice, as you saw in the time lapse. And here's another closer view of the tower. And guys, Taipei is definitely a city that needs to be experienced at night as well, you know, like many other cities that we have seen, you know. One city at night is completely different than the city in the day. And yeah, right now I'm just walking around, not sure exactly where I'm going, most likely to find another place to eat because the rice that I had and the beef that I had earlier were definitely not enough. But yeah, still around the building here near Taipei 101, trying to capture some additional footages with my phone for some Instagram stuff. But yeah, check it out, beautiful at night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the little time lapse. It was quite nice there. It got really crowded at one point. Got some decent photos with my camera, and now just exploring the city at night. So just at the base of Taipei 101, you get a little commercial mall type district with a whole bunch of shops that we have seen you know, in the other district, but during the daylight, you know, at night everything looks a little bit different. Still looking for some photo spots and things like that, but yeah, this is quite nice. And I've seen probably the most Adidas and Nike shop per square foot than I have seen anywhere else in my life so far. As for the supper meal, I was told to try the braised beef with noodles here in Taipei, one of the specialties, and quite a few people get them, so definitely had to try them, see how it is. Not sure about this beef though. It doesn't look as cooked as I want to, but I'll find out if that's the case or not. You know, it does smell really good, so hopefully it does taste just as good as it looks and as it smells. So yeah, let's give it a shot. So the soup is actually really tasty, but the best part of it are the noodles. They're just so chewy and gooey, and I don't know, I just love that gooiness of a meal, of you know, of an ingredient. Not sure, that's probably why I like oatmeal or peanut butter and quite a few other stuff like that. But yeah, this is actually not bad taste wise. You got to put a little bit of chili, but overall, yeah, it's quite fantastic. And I think it costs $1.30 or so, and right now the rate for the US dollar to the new Taiwanese dollar is 1 to 30, so not even $5 or so. So just walking by, and I noticed these two hands, the sculpture in the back. Interesting hotel, you know, the floors kind of lit up and they change lights at different floors. I don't know if they're supposed to like write something one letter at a time, but yeah, it's actually quite unique and quite nice. So guys, I passed by this one spot and I noticed something similar to oats, but it's not oats. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It has some bowls and you know, it's barley. I know that for sure. It's mung bean and pearl barley. I don't know if that's the name of the store or not, but yeah, it just looked interesting, and I decided I might as well try to give it a shot, see how it is. It looks interesting, no doubt. I mean, check it out. All gooey and everything. It smells, you know, like wheat, but yeah, we'll find out exactly what it is. I'll tell you guys in a second. So it's very similar to oatmeal. It's like a porridge type of situation here, but it's actually delicious. I'm enjoying it. It's a little bit chewy, like I like it. It's not chewy, it's gooey, you know. I'll probably just keep saying chewy a lot of times when I actually mean gooey, but yeah, it's delicious. Extremely popular in Taiwan and also South Korea are these boba teas, which is like milk and tea, and they put these I think tapioca, you know, little gooey balls there, you know, so it's actually quite good. I had it multiple times throughout, but yeah, decided to get one right before I get back to my hotel. So yeah, two boba. So guys, that was it. First day here in Taipei. First episode from Taipei. Most likely I say first because there will be a second one. I'll be here for New Year's Eve, so you know, definitely gotta film that day. Definitely, you know, gotta give it a shot with the fireworks thing and see exactly how it plays out. But yeah, just gonna head to my hotel right now. If you have made it so far into the episode, you know, might as well give a subscribe, might as well give a like, might as well leave a comment, whatever you think. it's appropriate. But until then, guys, gratitude should be the only attitude. Stay humble. Peace.
You take me home. Get me with you right. We can run away. Castle in the sky. Won't you take me